is a rainy day. Oh, you can sort of see what I'm doing here. So, yeah, I guess I should copy this probably with this pen so that I can make my marks. Let's see. I might still make it flare. So, while looking at this, this needs to be dropped. I'm going to do it with the so drop it 3/4 and move it out about a half. Something like this. So then I'll redraw this shoulder arm. Hello, Minty! I sent your pattern. I'm sorry it took me a little while to get to it, but it's in the mail. And yeah, I'm trying to do the winter dress. I'm gonna do like a Mod Podge sort of idea. How are you, by the way? I missed you. It's okay, no worries, okay. It's so nice to see you in here. Let's see, so, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it right there. Keep the flare going this way, and then I'll just redraw this. I'm fine, but tired. How are you? I am good. I'm also tired. It's a rainy, snowy, rainy day today. So I had to clean the apartment a little bit, so I did some vacuuming, and I actually made the bed, which we're usually pretty good about, but we don't like fully make the bed, except like a few times a week. Otherwise we'll just like toss back the sheets over the pillows and put all the head pillows up and call it good. But today we had to just pick up a little bit. So yeah, and I'm just lazy. I'm just feeling lazy. Kind of lazy, not too lazy. Okay. Hey, move! I barely got snow. How dare you steal my snow? I never get snow. I guess it doesn't really snow in Portugal, does it? Moob, how are you? I know we haven't played together in a while. I've been mostly playing Final Fantasy. That's more my speed. Let's see, that is curved. Hello, Amaris. Hello, hello. Let's see, which way is this going? Is it going this way? I think it's going this way. It's a very subtle kind of curve here. It's good to see everybody. That's awesome that everybody's here. I'm making a dress, or trying to. I'm just doing some very mild modifications to the front to get the front to look the way that I want it to. And then this is a very steep curve. I'm multitasking. I'm trying to pay attention to everybody's conversation at the same time. Let's see, we want this to be straight across. And then this then needs to be modified. Does this even have... I don't think this has seam allowance on it. My goodness, you guys, I'm working on a commission. Yes, my friend here, Minty, is in Portugal. People are from all over. There's people in Canada. There's some people in my Discord group that's in France. And just all kinds of places. I think that should work. Yeah, this was the original draft, so. Oh, a commission! Yeah, that's, let's see, lots of sun, mostly good weather, beach, and food. Yes, you're in a, I think it would be called a more temperate climate. So, kind of like California is. We don't usually get snow along the coast. You have to go to the mountains for that, for instance. Okay, I think I've made the changes that I like. Guess we could just keep it here. Good enough. And we'll just keep it at the same level. Okay. Ugh. Kind of like that here, just without all the good stuff. I also have to work on my commission, says Minty. Right, I think I should probably set this aside first. Oh, this still comes out. So I made those bloomers yesterday, and Lady Kyra bought them right up. So I sent those out today too. That didn't last long. Oh, this is something else. What happened to all that paper I had? Just use some other paper. Yeah, well, New Mexico does get snow. In fact, we did get snow today. It just doesn't stick in Albuquerque. It does stick where you go up higher in elevation. So like Santa Fe is 7,200 feet. I don't think we're quite that high, but we're still above sea level a good deal. Okay, I have to organize. Organizing commences. My tools here. Yeah, Lady Kyra was on yesterday. It was a quiet day yesterday, so there weren't a lot of people on, but I finished those bloomers, and she asked me how much they were. I gave her a price, and she's like, okay, I'll take them. So she bought them for her daughter. Alright, so this almost looks like the same pattern. So what I did here, if you're not familiar with pattern drafting, is so this measurement, this line originally here where I put it up on the dress form and like, you know, smoothed it out so that it hit the side seam. So this is right up against the side seam with no bubbling, no ease either. So in order to add ease, the little trick is you take that, you know, that final line that you drew, it's right up against under the arm plate by a ½ inch or so, and then you take that point, you move it down about 3/4 of an inch, and you move it over. So by doing that, it is now almost resembling exactly where it was before originally in the pattern that I drafted before. So I just made it a little slimmer. This shoulder strap is going to be a little bit slimmer. And I have this, yeah, so this little divot goes into the center here. So this is how low I want it to go. So I just made a small adjustment just straight across on the center. So now the only curve I have to deal with is on the side front bodice. But this is still an experiment because I still haven't drafted the back. And I was using, I think I was using number 4. What are you doing, Crazy? Crazy Kate's. Cat's crazy. So, I'm curious. So the dress that I'm drafting actually does have the pattern on the sheet. So I'm curious to see what it looks like because I might just save myself the trouble. And I think I did start drafting a large one. So it's going to be on the other side. So let's see. Where is this dress on here? It is a red solid line, so this one? Oh yeah, because originally it was like a squared off neck. Yeah, I think I just totally changed. I just like drew the basic block and I changed it completely. Which is fine. I kind of just wanted to see. Oh, does this have a little bunny purse? Oh, there's a little bunny purse pattern on here. Right, all of these are a little bunny purse. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can find the picture of it. Is this bright enough? I can't tell. Yes, that's better. Bunny purse! Oh my god! As I was saying on Discord, I think I'll start with one of the magazines I got and do all the patterns I want from there and then move on to the next one. Well, that's kind of what I did. I started collecting from the very first one when I heard about them coming out. I got the very first one and I was just fascinated by the fact that it included things like this. So, and I knew exactly, like, I could look at it, I'm like, oh, I see what they're doing. It's all in centimeters, you just do this, and then I just started to do that, and eventually I started getting back into the practice of pattern drafting again. It was my jumping off point, because I did pattern drafting kind of, but not to any extent where I felt confident that I could do it well. And now I'm not only pattern drafting on my own, modifying, draping, and grading. And it's all because I just decided I would do things wrong and be okay with it and learn from it and just try to forge ahead with what I learn. And it works. Oh, I was gonna try to find the bunny purse. Where is bunny purse? Where's the bunny purse? I must find it. Find it. This, is it this? No? It's from number 4, so it's this one. Oh, here. 86. So is there like a close-up of it? Okay, you can sort of see it here. Bunny purse. I have not gotten brave enough to try little plushies or things like that, but I want to one day. I have to just stick with my projects. Okay, so I like the way that I have so far drafted the front. The back looks pretty straightforward. I do need to make sure that I have a facing, because this is going to have a facing. I'm going to leave this out. I am going to fold this up. I don't need this. Do not need. Okay, wait. Can we? Even though I do a lot of the drafting myself, these pattern sheets are still precious to me. I love them. And I don't ever want them to be harmed. So I try to keep every single one of them in their book that corresponds to it, and I just love them. So, hi Maris, welcome back. An Olaf purse to go with that snow dress. Oh gosh. As much as I think Olaf is cute and funny, I don't know if I could like justify or feel good about carrying around a purse of his likeness. I'm not that much into Frozen, so I can't do that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to use this and mark out. Let me just make sure that this is gonna be the same. So this needs to, no, that is just about right. So I'm gonna match this. Maybe it needs to be a little longer. I can fix that. But for now, nice idea though. I'm sure somebody would like it. So I'm putting the seam lines together, just right here to make sure it won't move, so it's not going to shift or do anything. And then I'm just going to like lightly draw. Let's see, I want it to be, what, 2 inches? Yeah, it could just be 2 inches. It doesn't have to be crazy. So 2 inches down from the top, and then just sort of it doesn't even have to be exact. This way. Alright, so that's my facing that I just lightly drew out. And I'll I'll just be making my adjustments as I go. So everyone's fine, everyone's doing well. Let's see. This I'll call underbust. It's not like I'm gonna use a winter theme for this dress every time, so I can't really call it a winter dress, but I suppose for the sake of what I'm doing, I'll just say underbust, because I have another underbust dress. Underbust jump skirt, winter 2019. And I think this is a large. And this doesn't have seam allowance. So I'm gonna copy these down anyway. I don't wanna, these are not the final patterns. Let's get the iron on. I unplugged everything. I unplugged everything. Oh. Okay, pick up iron. Do I have enough paper on this? I do. Alright, so that's 32. I'm gonna just remember that page. All my markers are starting to run out. I thought I had only just purchased them. I barely used them. Weird. Oh, I just realized too that that window has some backlight on it, so it's probably pretty dark right now. On my face. Is that better? Can you see me now? That also means it's all blown out. That's too much. No! Stab it! Okay. So, we got this. Let's start with that. So remember, when you're copying a pattern, you don't have to trace around the whole thing if it's got a lot of straight lines. You can see this, right? Let's see, how long is this? Like 3 3 3/8. Let's make sure that this is also 3 3/8. Yeah, just about. One right there. It's gonna go straight across. And this is our waist. I could go this way, I guess. Do I have enough room? I guess we're gonna do this. Okay. We're just doing a pattern. You know what I should do is I should put a picture up of what I'm working on. Let's see, like, do I have it? I thought I did. I did a thing! Now I just have to get a second or a third camera so that I can show you my industrial one day. Yeah! It's nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is make sure this is flat. I'm going to use my Potts wheel. Mr. Spike. Oops, I put this too close. Go here. So I'm only going to copy the curves as you do. because all the straight lines are a given. You just mark the spot where they are. But here, see, I have to gently follow up this way to make sure I get as accurate as I can with the curve. Oops. This way. Okay, and then the shoulder actually ended here, according to my drafting. My draping, I should say, draping. Okay, and then these are done, so I just need to do this armhole curve. Okay. Yeah. You bought the pointy thingy! You did! And I bet you can't wait to use it. Now, you probably can't see it on the camera, but I do have some indentations here, clearly marked by Mr. Spike. And so I am going to go ahead and I'm going to pencil those in. I am going to go over these with markers, so you should be able to see it better. But until that happens, I just want to be sure that I get the right lines before I mark it permanently forever. Mr. Spike! Yeah. I decided. We'll call him Mr. Spike. It's like a sewing children's show. Okay, so this has to be curved. So we're going to use our hip curve ruler, since this down here, you probably can't see it. Here, I'll just use this. Down here and right here, this is our line that we just drew, so I'll go over that again so you can see better. I don't know if you can see that better. I try to avoid using the really thick Sharpie markers. This pen is dying on me. I think it needs to just go away. I don't know. No, I mean, it still works. It just doesn't work very well on the craft paper. Alright, this time for sure you're going to see it. I just need to compensate. It's very thick. Now, it is best not to use markers like these because the tip itself is about 1/8 of an inch wide. And when you do a draft of a pattern, okay, so it's about a 1/16, but still, that is going to throw off your measurement a lot, especially if you're having your pattern digitized for production. So the idea being that you want your lines to be as fine as possible so that when they're digitizing with a little paddle, they have an accurate point to mark on with paddle on a table. So you shouldn't use things like this, but for the sake of learning and just doing it for yourself, you can use Sharpies. These are fine point, and these are the ultra fine point. So I wanted to show you the curvature. Here, I'll just draw this part in real quick so you can see the shape I'm working with. So here. Okay. So now we have this. This is the bottom hem. It's a dropped waist because, well, the waist is here. So we'll make a notch there and we'll make a notch there because this is where we're going to be meeting these points there. So because it goes around, it needs to be curved. And when you're using a hip curve ruler like this, the curve goes, the deeper curve goes to the side seam. So we're just going to meet those two, this princess seam point, the side seam point, like this, and get a nice gentle curve. And then here, just go ahead ahead and draw that in. Okay, here and here. So for here, we need to go, let's see. This is squared so that we don't have a divot when we're meeting these two seams on this here. So you want it to be squared off so that it's nice and flush. Just gonna copy that down, and I'm gonna use the back of this to get the curve that I made here. Then armhole ruler. And of course the armhole ruler always goes with the curve going out to the side seam. Same idea. Okay, this. So we also have here, we need to make sure that this is squared, and then we'll just finish that curve. This is now our new side bodice. So this is going to be under bust, winter, JSK. I have decided. Since it's not officially an Otomino sewing pattern, I'm not using the code that I'm using. Usually OTS-volume number-page number. That's my format. This is a large. We'll just copy these as well. What are your projects right now, Carolina? I think it's cool that we share a name, sort of. Close enough. Well, I have the commissions to make. Oh yeah, what commissions are those? What are you making? Side front. Alright, I need to add seam allowance. Try using this. I'm gonna use half an inch. No, I mean what's it? A centimeter. I think I barely have enough room. For seam allowance. Oh my god. Holy crap. That was close. Very lucky. What am I doing? Making more work for myself, that's what I'm doing. I still have to draft the back and make sure that it fits. So I'm just trusting this, which is not really what you do, but I'm doing it. This is really just for myself anyway, so. But there's a reason why things are done a certain way. It's to make your life easier. I'm making things harder for myself. And the blouse, and I'll start by the Angelic Pretty Dress from DLP Extra 2. that I put on Discord, the photo. Haha. 2 cosplays. One is just the pattern and the other is the cosplay in itself. To be honest, I'm not really sure if my friends will pay me like they said they would. Don't start anything until money exchanges hands. Don't put yourself in that kind of position. Because then you're going to be out all the time that you spent on a project and they won't recompense. And that's just not right. I know they're your friends and I understand, but, you know, just because you're friends with someone doesn't necessarily mean you get to take advantage of them and use their skills for free. Everybody needs to eat. Fair is fair. Get a down payment. If they're not sure they want to pay the full amount right up front, then just offer a down payment for consultation and materials. Because even your time researching takes, what is going on? Hang on a second, I gotta get this. Hello? What? He pocket dialed you? I just got a robocall. This is something automobile with important information about your car. I'm like, really? Click.
They're like, your insurance is about to run out. I'm like, with who? And they're like, farmers and this person, we can help you save money. I'm like, I'm not with any of those. Click.
God, it's so dumb. Oh, this is running out now too. Gosh, darn it. You're right, I have to inform them. Yes. I still ain't sure about how long I will take to make the cosplay, but it is an easy one. Doesn't matter. It's still taking time to put something together. So sorry. Definitely put together like a little terms of agreement. It's you can go so far as to accept a down payment for materials and for consultation, giving them like the full amount that they would owe. And if they pay that and you already buy your materials and they suddenly say no, I can't go through with it, but you already bought the materials, you can only refund them whatever you didn't spend on materials, because you'd be out of money for the materials that you spent too. But yeah, definitely don't touch it until they give you something to show that they're serious about commissioning you for what you're worth. So, haceme caso. I know Spanish and Portuguese are a little different, but some things do translate. The one for the pattern said they wanted to pay, but I'm less sure about that friend paying me than the other. So, yeah, just a rule of thumb. I mean, I kind of learned to be like, about it. So if somebody wants me to do something, and I'm like, okay, sure, here's the price, and it's like, if they don't give me anything, then I just forget about it. It doesn't matter. So don't do anything until they give you some money. That's like the short of it. That's it. Okay. So I have these. I still need to draft the back part. The back is going to be shirred. It's going to have shirring. Both languages are quite similar. Did it make sense to you what I said then? Because I am curious. I have trouble understanding Portuguese. It sounds like a mixture of French and Spanish, and it's very confusing. But I hear it's the other way around for people who speak Portuguese. They can sort of understand Spanish better than we can understand Portuguese. Yeah. I like languages. Okay. Just use up scrap paper that I already have lying around before I break out a new sheet. I swear I thought I had... Oh. The sheet I was working on is right over there. I totally overlooked it, as per usual. This is what I do. Oh, hey, Lady Kyra. Hi. If I want something, the first question I ask is how much. Yes. Well, like you, Lady Kyra, we are responsible and respectful adults, so that might be part of the difference. When dealing with younger people, I'm sure you're familiar or aware, they don't have so much of a sense of honor when it comes to prices as they're set, or paying what is owed. I have this problem a lot of the time when I'm selling my work at a convention. A lot of the kids who like to, when I say kids, like they're in their 20s, in their younger 20s, lower 20s, mid 20s, they tend to balk at my prices, and usually the samples that I sell aren't that expensive. Like, I'm talking like under $100. I have a jump skirt that's being sold for like, I don't know, 40 bucks. And those are the kids that usually go up to look at the price and then like outwardly balk and complain to the friends that they're with about how expensive things are. That's the kind of people we're talking about, I think. They don't have a sense of value for things that take time and skill. Don't lump me in with the responsible crowd. Well, I would never do that to you, Moob. I would never dream. So we got used to, oh yeah. It's hard to act on that, especially with friends, but I did her a jacket for another cosplay because I had the material sitting around from my grandma, and I gave it to her as a birthday gift. Well, that's different, but you still have to like set down a price. I mean, if you want to do them a favor of giving them a discount, like, you know, not a ridiculous discount where you're undervalued, but something to show like, hey, we're friends, I'll do you a favor and like do this for 25% off or something like that. But you still have to buy the materials. I don't know. If you want to do that, I think that's fine. But most honorable people, even if they're your friends, would offer to pay you your full price, and then you would then have the option of like doing them the favor. But if they're really your friends, they would understand your worth. I don't like working with friends, family, and coworkers because they expect a discount. That's hard. That's really hard. Yeah, I don't want her to also think that I'll make all the stuff for her and for free all the time. Yeah, you shouldn't. You need to stand your ground. You're running a business, not a charity. Thank you. Well said. Okay, I got these guys. I need to keep this for different reasons. Because I also need to take out of this. I do want this lined. So this is going to be the lining. This is the facing. And this is going to be cut into two as well. For now, I have front pieces. That much I have. Okay, let's go back to the white paper. She will start now sewing, so she also wants me to teach her. She wants me to make the patterns so she can make the mock-up and the cosplay herself. Oy vey. Can you teach me for free because we're friends? That would be super helpful. That way I don't have to bother you with making my stuff. Also, can you give me some fabric so that I can make my things? And maybe some paper so that I could do the drafting myself? Oh, and can I borrow your rulers? Like, that's all I expect these people to talk about. Like, they're just like moochers all the way. Can I explain the shirring panel? Yes, I am about to draft that, so let's get into that. I'm probably going to have to modify the hell out of it, but let's see if I have enough paper on this. Are you excited? Because I'm excited. I want this to work. Wake up, Iron. Wake up. We need you to save the world. I think this is what I was using. Was this what I was using? Well, yeah. So, shirring panel. Let's see, it's on 32. 32. It's one of the featured patterns in this book. So yes, I'm just taking my liberties. And I want the shirring panel to basically look exactly like this. Since the back is going to be my own thing, like I'm just mixing and matching my own draping and drafting. The front part is the only thing that I wanted to look like that picture. The back part is going to probably be exactly like this. I'll just have to adjust it at the shoulder to make sure that it's going to fit the front shoulder bodice. So let's see if we can draft this real quick. Those are a lot of numbers. A lot of numbers, right? Can you see that? I don't know if it's not auto. It's not auto focusing. You'll just have to take my word for it. Melon, hello. Yes, I am drafting the pretty dress. Let's see. I don't know if I have enough room on this paper. paper. So, when in doubt, and I just ironed it too. What the heck? What is this? Just have loads of scrap paper all over the place. Oh, hi, Cal. I like bent down and Cal was like suddenly right in my face because I didn't see he was already in the chair. Okay. Some paper. Stop it. Stop it. Get over there. Stop it. Yeah, that should be good. How you doing, Melon? Ay, ay, ay. Ah. And said stay. I'm trying to get the curves down so that. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, I think I got it. Okay. So I apparently blew some minds when I subbed that flat patterning class that I had to sub on Tuesday. And some of them, like this one particular student, she had like a really crumpled pattern. And one of the first things I said to her was, because she wanted like some advice on how to put together her pattern, and I'm like, well, the first thing you should probably do is iron this. And she looks at me, she's like, I can iron this? I'm like, they didn't tell you you could iron paper? That's like one of the first things I learned. So yeah, I told her she could iron paper. I love it. I love the minds being blown with the ironing of paper. It's just tree fiber. Alright, I'm gonna use this side because I probably need like this much. Let's draft a pattern. Let's do it! Okay, let's go! Oh, bye, Minty. You have a good night, okay? Bye. Wow, 7 people in right now. That's fun. All right. Centimeters as usual. So, we are going to be drafting the back, which means that the fixed point is on the left. So that means I should probably move all this over and start on this side. Can you see what I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. So, look at my L square here. You gonna go to work?
Oh, I'm gonna work.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. My mom will call you or text you.
Okay. And she has my number?
I think so. She has Bernardo's.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll give it to her.
Alright. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm prepping a pattern, but it's not Lolita. I always wanted to yell, "Let's sewing" when I get ready. You know what I've kind of picked up? I started naming my videos on YouTube, "Let's Lolita Sewing!" So, it's because I think that's hilarious. It's cute. It's not like I'm making fun of it. It's just kind of, it is funny, but it's cute. The way they translate things is kind of cute. Let's see. I'm prepping a pattern, but it's not Lolita. I like it. It's cute. I'm hoping to alter a dress to be eventually Otomake. Yeah, I have that the dress that I was working on last time for that client. That's more like Otomake, maiden style. What am I doing? I'm paying attention now, I swear. Okay, so here, did I share this diagram with anybody? Did I scan this yet? Because if not, I can do that so that everybody can follow along. If you wanted to make this dress yourself, you could also do what I'm doing and just, you know, draft the straight pattern. I modified this portion right here. But we're following the back side right now, and I'm going to start. I am not doing this. I'm not doing anything below. This is for the tiered. It's a 3-tiered skirt, which I don't know if you could tell, but it's a 3-tiered skirt, and it has this additional tiered skirt part of the draft. I am only doing the top here. So we're going to start at this line. That's going to be where the squared point meets, perpendicular. So we start by going, I'm doing a large, so I'm going to do the bottom number. It's in green, 5.8. Here, it's 5.8. So, and all of these lines go straight across from this, squaring across, so it makes it easier to find your placement points. So I'm just going to go ahead and, well, let's see. Boop, doop, boop. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that after. I'm not going to confuse myself. That's just not smart. So we go 15 now, right? 15 is the next measurement up. So 15 centimeters from that dot. So this is our new one. And from there we go 24.5. So it's including the shoulder, which is rather tall. 24.5. 24.5 here. Okay. So now that we have these sections, let's see if we can get yeah, I'll just go ahead and make a line across. If you have one of these rulers, the transparent rulers, the easiest way to make sure that you are squared on a line like this is just to match it both up and down so that you can get, and I try to do that on the thinner lines than the thicker ones. So here, I'm not measuring yet, I'm just going across. So I know that this is my straight line. Now I'll do the measurement. So we go across from the top. 12.6. 12.6 is here, and then 5.3. 5.3 here. From here we go down 2. This will have to be modified anyway. This is the shoulder now. Okay. I'll probably have to make that thinner. Let's see, where's the original? Here? Well, not really. Ah, that's fitting in there. So far, so good. Let's see. Oh, sorry. It's a shirt dress. If the bodice fits, I can twist it around. That's neat. That is super cool. Okay, so we have at the top here Oh. Ah. Is that right? Well then. Is that 5? So it extends 5. Do I have 5? Do I have like exactly 5? Oh my god. Okay, so this pattern has this line. This is like our center point, and it extends it out by 5. So it's adding like 10 centimeters because it's on a fold. So it's adding 10 centimeters for the shirring. Pretty sure. So that's what it's extending out that way for. By 5 centimeters and then on a fold. So I happen to have just enough room. I put it over just enough. So let's see, it goes down 5.3 or 15.3. 15.3 right there. And it goes over 5, which is here. So I'll take this measurement 5 all the way across and match those points so that I know I have an accurate measurement or accurate straight line. So this go like this, and then these comes like this. So here. Can you see that? I don't know if you could see that. It's so light, isn't it? Oh, jeez. No. I'm trying. Eh. Okay. Luckily, once this is all recorded in an archive video, you can watch this again and just skip ahead the parts that you don't like or that are too boring. That is the beauty of video on demand. So, where else do we go here? So this is extended out, and then we're also going this way. We need to go 10. Let me just make sure this is going to be straight. So it's, I think, right here. Let's just double check. Yeah, just about. Okay. Alright. So then this one is going to be going across, and we need to measure it to 24.5. 24.5. That's pretty long. Well, this is the bottom of the armhole now. That's what that is. Okay, and then down here, let's do straight this way, and we need to measure 9.6. Lady Kyra, you still there? What was the question that you had? Like, just what a shirring panel was, how can I explain? I mean, I would assume that you knew what it was, but I don't want to assume because that makes an ass of you and me, huh? It's fun watching you draft. I swear a lot when I draft. Oh, really? I used to. I still, like, no, I don't really swear anymore. It's usually easily fixable. But I'm glad you enjoy it. I know, I just think that every time I start drafting, the numbers of my viewers drop, so I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's not very exciting. I'm sorry. I have to do it. This is my job. 17.2 here. Oh, whoa, that is, wow. I thought that looked weird. 17, it's measuring here 17.2 from the all the way to the left, so that's including like these 5 centimeters I added. 17.2, okay, now that makes more sense. 17.2, right there. Okay, so now we're starting to see, like, this is where the dart, it's not actually a dart, it's where the princess seam is gonna go. Alright, so we already have our perpendicular line here, which is pretty. So we just square down, and then we're gonna fix in our side seam. The side seam goes in at this place about 1.5, not very much. It is going to be shirred though, so it should be very flattering no matter what this looks like. Okay, and then we're almost done. We are almost done. So here is where the dart begins. It's 2.5. So if it's 2.5, that means it's like 1.2 in the middle ish, kinda. And I'm just gonna square that down. What? What in the actual, what? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Why is it Okay, this is where I might start swearing. This isn't a commission. I am going to probably wear it once and sell it gently used. That's kind of my intention. What the actual fuckity? Why are you telling me? Ugh. Okay. Yeah, this is the point. This is that part that I'm gonna start losing my mind, because God, I wish you could see this better. Let me see. I'll just zoom ahead real quick. Okay. All right, guys, look at this. So it says here that from this point to this point, it's 9.6. From this point to this point, it's 17.2. In theory, when I come to this point and measure out 2.5 centimeters, find the middle and square it down, it should, in theory, match up with this point down at the bottom that measures from here to here, 17.2. But it doesn't. This is what I got. So let's just back up a little. See what I did wrong. 9.6. Okay, fine. 9.6. This is it. This is 9.6 right here. Okay. 17.2 from this line. 17.2. Okay. All right. 17.2. Right there. That's this one. 17.2. What? I am beyond confused. What the shit? Well, obviously this isn't right. I don't think I missed anything. Unless, you know, there's a reason this is here. There's not too much of a reason why this is here. So I'm going to make an executive decision right now. I know this dart has to be here. I know it has to be squared down. This is the measurement that goes in to make the princess seam shaped. I mean, it's telling me that the entire width of this is 2.5 centimeters. I'm just gonna go ahead, and also I'm about to sneeze. Let's try to resist the sneeze for a second while I'm explaining this. So I'm just gonna do this. This is just squared down. Forget whatever it says that this bottom measurement is supposed to be. Because it's wrong. I don't care. It's just, it doesn't make sense. I need to be able to shape this dart. And so that's what I'm going to do. It says, where is it? It's actually at 15.9. So that's not even the smallest measurement is 15.2. But I'm doing the large measurement. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about this anymore. This is kind of nuts, and you get this a lot in these books. This happens. So I just kind of have to take my liberties and move on with life. Otherwise, I'm gonna drive myself crazy. And I don't want to drive myself more crazy than I already am. That's fact. So we know for sure this is going to be the bust line. Let's see, this needs to be a little bit squared. And then we also need to get the depth of the armhole. So let's see, it looks like it's measured. This is going to be split into 3 different sections. The way I do that is I'll take a measurement in metric. It says it's 23.5. We'll just divide 23.5 by 3. 23.5 divided by 3. So about 17.8 centimeters is the sections that I'm looking for. 7.8. Did I say 17? 7.8. 7.8. 7.8. That should be roughly 7.8. Yeah, good enough. Okay, we square this across down this way. I'm just gonna make just squares until I get what the depths are. So for this bottom one, it's 4.4. 4.4 is here. For this top one, it is 3.3. Okay. And then what we can do is my little trick. So we know where to line up the curve. So it kind of has to be matching all the way around here. And my armhole is here. So I'm going to go this much. And then Perfect. So even if you don't have a table like this one, you could still use like cardboard or anything that you could stick pins in to make your life easier. Okay, so the last thing is we need to shape this part, and I'll just do the same thing again. So we know for sure it needs to meet here, it needs to meet here, and down to here. The curves kind of go like this. So it does do this funny thing though. This is why I do it in pencil, I'll be honest with you, because sometimes like I'll get this bright idea and that's not gonna work. Okay, so then just for funsies, let's see, it's supposed to do this is supposed to be like a point. Does it tell me anything about how to shape that? No, it does not. So we know it's supposed to meet here. Jesus Christ, oh my God. So what if we just did, see, no, it has to go through this. But that's why you have the curve. Okay. That is so weird. Unless you're not supposed to bring it all the way to the top. You're just supposed to probably do like a very gentle curve this way. Okay. And then what? Down here? It's not really. So if I did this, let's see. So then this is gonna get curved this way. Just to see. Unless we can go this way. Now it kind of looks like it. mostly here. But not really. It's such a mess, oh my god. I'm trying to see what their instructions are supposed to be doing here. Erasers are your friend! Good grief. The only points I have to go by are here, which is the back of the center of the shoulder here. This is the, what I assume to be the, well, it is the shoulder strap. Okay. That is not helpful. Like, at all? Okay, I'm just gonna see what this is about then. So if we did keep this here, I don't know. I don't know how they got this. Like, what the shit? Unless it's like... It makes no sense. That is not how it looks. Oh my god, I'm so chilly. Oh, it's so chilly out, I'm bundled. Yeah, I was just mentioning it was snowing today here, which is crazy. It's definitely crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god, you guys. Okay, this is the part where I'm like, Otomo sewing, what the hell are you thinking? I swear to god. Okay, I am losing my damn mind trying to draft this when I know I have it here. I could, to save time and sanity, probably copy from this sheet, but I like drafting the patterns. So okay, so this is the back. Can you see? You should be able to see it there. So this shape here is the back. This is the center back. So it definitely has like a gentle curve here, which is just right across this line, going in and this way. Blah. have the window open. It was actually pretty warm in here, probably because I was vacuuming. Yeah, that's right. I vacuumed. I did that. Just in case my boyfriend decides to drop in and hear me say that I actually vacuumed, so he can't, you know, say, no, you didn't vacuum. But he would never. Yeah, he's actually not like that person. But, you know, I did it. I vacuumed. That's starting to look better. It goes like this though. That measurement still doesn't make sense though. This is 5. And that's 17.2. Nope. I mean, that looks more like it. I have no idea why they would put this measurement there when it is absolutely wrong. Plus, I don't think you actually need it. Since all you have to do is find the center of this distance, this 9.6 goes 2.5 over, find the center. So it's like 1.25. And then you square down from this line that you already have there, and that is where the dart meets. So there's no reason to have a measurement down here, and besides, if you use that measurement, it completely throws it off. So I have no idea what they were thinking. In any case, I think I fixed it. It looks better now. And we're gonna make this work. So this is where our notches are gonna be when we're copying this. So this is where the notch goes. This is the notch for the back. I didn't do, well, that's okay. I didn't do one for the front. And I think I said 2 inches for the facing. The facing does not extend to this bit. Because it's a shirring panel, and I hopefully will have time to go over how that's actually constructed. So this is a 2-inch ruler. I'm going to go ahead and mark 2 inches here. And they have it shaped, okay, so it goes about 2 inches. I did 2 inches in the front too, so that's why I'm doing 2 inches here. Okay. So using this, also, I want to make sure this is straight and square when it meets front. I don't know if I did that. Okay. Great. Facing, center back panel shirring. This is the lining, and then this piece is the side back shirring. I think we got it. So the last bit is just to do the marks for the casings. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This also doesn't include that band that goes right around the hip line, so I'll have to do that after a while. In any case, okay, so what's the wrong one? Minus 1.5 down here. Seems 1.5 right here. Okay, so this is a necessary marking. This is probably the top part is a casing. And then from this line, I'm going to measure from here to here and divide that into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections evenly. So that total measurement is 22.6. So 22.6 divided by 5, 4.52. So about 4.5. Let's see. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. Okay, so these should all be done. The casings. And what I would do is probably sew about a half a centimeter up and a half a centimeter down, or maybe a little more, like 0.6, to give it the casing that you need. Okay, so then all of these ends would get notched, marked with a notch here. Okay. Holy crap. That took way too long. But anyway, I got it done. All is well. Just needs to be transferred over to pattern, and then I need to figure out drafting the bottom, probably by extending it. So what I would do is I would measure the hip line, and I want to put a little band of about the same width, so 2 inches, or I guess it's like, what, 4 centimeters? 4 centimeters. 5 centimeters. Yeah, 5 centimeters. I'm gonna take a break. This is crazy. Alright, guys. Oh, are you able to put it under yours to see the difference? Oh. On the pattern sheet. Oh. I probably could, but I didn't want to spend the time to do that. I'll just like make a toile of this and call it good and see, make adjustments from there. Anyway, I'm gonna sit down for like an hour, and then maybe I'll see you guys later, maybe not. But thanks so much for joining me and hanging out with me while I struggled through this trying time, this trying pattern drafting. Oy vey. Bye, Lady Kyra. Bye, Melon. Bye, everybody. We'll see you in an hour. Oh, that's right. I need to have this. I need to be ready for my outro. What the heck?